And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the...
And he's got it in the end zone.
And you're really starting to see the chemistry that this guy is developing with his quarterback. They hooked up for a touchdown in the first game. They do it again here. These two are on the same page.
In with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas is trailing, but they are within striking distance. Kind of like when Major Applewhite turned a huge deficit in the 2001 Holiday Bowl into a win. Maybe today is deja vu. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UTEP. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. All right, guys, so here's the
guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Mitchell.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down and try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
He'll take it on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll move the wide receiver. On the run, it's Mosley. And the defense holds. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Takes a handoff, and he's going right.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. With jet sweep pass. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Weeks. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
At the 29. 4th down coming up.
They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes a grab past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Handoff to the lone back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success, and they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. Big fella moving. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this.
And he's got a touchdown. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions and making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So 1st down will open up the final period.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the catch. It's Mitchell.
As one.
Creates a little space. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Harrington. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Swings it out to the flat. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
It'll be 3rd and long. Now the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some 1st downs and march down the field.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The number one goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had zero impact in this game.
They'll try the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. I knew it was hot out there, but apparently it's fried the coach's brain. They've got the punt team out there, and it's not fourth down.
Got it.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Cricket.
From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Chunked it away just as he was hit. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. And here comes the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline, so let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
29 Philly.
Motion from the back. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Booker. Oh, he's getting ahead of Steve. Oh, he's got some space. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Grab behind the line. It's Harrington. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Going up top again. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his tight end.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. New set of downs after the completion. Gonna run it. It's Mitchell. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas A&M. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Turning it on! Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They'll run it from the gun. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. He'll field the punt and look for room. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Plucks it out of the air. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. Third and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Booker. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Looking downfield on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially. Communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first, protecting yourself, and then rallying to the football and getting the quarterback on the ground.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sidelines, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the running back. Spins away from the defender. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Massive score, now massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what?
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy.
And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight, it's close, tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have back.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They're in a perfect situation here, David. Just make sure you drain the clock and you have the last play.
100%. You can't lose. That's how you want to do it. Bleed the clock. Get in a position, Jesse, where you kick the field goal and the clock's at 0.
It just comes down to which plays that you can run in your sleep here. Easy things you can go out and execute to give your kicker the best shot at winning in this game.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, guys, fourth quarter, you're trailing. You know that they're going to be throwing the ball and trying to be aggressive and try to climb back into this one. Couldn't come up with it there on 2nd down. Let's see what happens on 3rd.
He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll start this drive going to the air. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he's got it inside the 35. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's not afraid to go deep. Incomplete, the final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting
that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Sends it back in motion. Fullback's got it. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And the fullbacks, you know, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give him the football.
Quick handoff. Runs through the tackle. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's 1st down. They'll run the counter. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now I can play action, opens the whole play.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. Give to the fullback. Slams into the line and through for a touchdown.
1st and goal. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can't. Pound the football straight ahead. Get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Finds his big tight end. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. And now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with 1 play to win this football game.
And he added the extra point. We play on 1st down here in the 2nd overtime period. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Working that wide receiver screen. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Using his feet to buy time. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. The give from the gun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. Handoff to the lone back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off play action. Fires to the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on games.
They got the touchdown. Now in the second overtime, you have to go for 2. Looking to throw. Oh, and they pick it off. What a huge defensive play in overtime. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. He'll try the left side. Got a little space. Makes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
29 Phillies.
Handoff to the fullback. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Third down in overtime. They have to keep the drive alive and try to get it in the house. Gets the back moving. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hit as he throws. And it's a touchdown. Puts 6 on the board.
I think the quarterback showed his head coach a lot on that last touchdown pass, the poise and the confidence. And because of that, David, on this upcoming 2-point play, you might just put it back in his hands and let him go win it.
Yeah, man, I need it again, right? Like these rules, I got to go for 2. This is a clutch moment. Obviously, got to come up big. Do you trust him again? You worked on these 2-point plays all year long, all week long. That's what you do. You know the rules. Now you got to go execute.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the... stage here in overtime.
By the offense.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top.
Extra point.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here. We're bouncing around. We're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Rich Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.